Who started racism? Yo, facts, I always want to know who started racism, man.
What's going on today, everyone? I am Troy from Marks on Games, and I will admit that I don't play Genshin Impact. I don't know much about this whole controversy going on with Genshin Impact just because it's not something I really play. But at the same time, I've seen a lot about it. I have been seeing people just going at it online about it, and I do love anime, and this is an anime. It's not an anime, but it's an anime-style game. So I figured I'd comment on it and just kind of go over an article from Bounding into Comics, and we can kind of look at all that together. Before we begin, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and click that bell to be notified every single time we post brand new content. From Bounding into Comics, Genshin Impact voice actor throws support behind critics of Natlan region's skin tones. Quote, "This is unforgivable." If you can't tell, the characters are white, so that's the whole crux of this controversy right now, so we're gonna kind of talk about that. Voice actors of Genshin Impact have added their voices to the chorus of critics accusing the game's upcoming Natlan region of being too white compared to their real-world inspirations.
Right.
As you can see there, the character is pretty damn white. She's even got white hair. Genshin Impact dev Mihoyo reportedly telling players accusing new Natlan region of racism to remember that the game is a work of fiction.
That's racist.
Yeah, I mean, that is a bit of a point. But as previously reported, I can't talk, some ex-users and supposed fans of Genshin Impact were outraged over the fact that the characters from the upcoming Natlan were far more white-skinned compared to the people found in the real-world locations it was inspired by.
That's racist.
I mean, it is a fake region, so yeah. I mean, you could draw inspiration from something without it being exactly like that. So I really don't understand. In turn, developer Mihoyo had their customer support team remind those complaining that the characters and all content therein are fictional.
Fact.
True. Now, a variety of games' English dub voice actors are joining the fray on the side of the critics. Of course, because you made your bag, now you're going to complain.
I'm going to tweet my displeasure. That's right. I'm going to jump on social media and I'm going to tweet about it until my fingers bleed.
Valerie Rodriguez, voice actor for Sucrose, was one of the first to object, writing on X, quote, "I could stay quiet about this and protect myself, but us folks of color..."
Oh my God.
God, when you call yourself folks of color, I instantly stop listening to everything you have to say. Such a cringy phrase. Talk normal, man. Like, that's not normal. Us folks of color don't always need to stay quiet and let others F us over and disrespect us so that we can continue to advance at half the pace of our white peers. God, you're insufferable.
Shut your mouth! No problem, John. Shut the up, you c***! Shut it!
That alone is insufferable. God, you're such a whiny, excuse-making turd of a human being that nobody should take seriously. I hope that all of these companies see this crap and go, all right, well, you don't need our money because you're going to take our money and you're going to whine and cry and complain and claim racism and whatever, even though we're paying you the same amount as anybody else in your position, black, white, yellow, brown, whatever. It doesn't matter. These people are living in a fantasy world, more fantasy than the Genshin Impact world. They have cooked up this whole crap about that racism is still alive and well to the point of where they're getting paid less because of the color of their skin or the genitals that they have. Like, good God.
Help! Help! I'm being repressed!
There are zero laws that allow that to happen. In fact, there are laws that prevent that from happening. If you have actual proof that that's happening, take it to the authorities because it's illegal. but you're not going to because you know you're just talking out of your ass.
Do they find thoughts in our butts?
Quote, if you're going to use real-world deities, respect them, Rodriguez demanded. Quote, if you're basing off of real cultures, respect that. I'm fine with things being inspired by various cultures. That's awesome. Representation is dope. It's dope, huh? Well, that's good to know.
Why aren't you more ashamed of yourself?
But bare minimum, do some research and show some cultural appreciation. Okay, I mean, she has a little bit of a point. If she wasn't such an insufferable piece of garbage, I would be like, slightly more inclined to agree with her. But, I mean, aren't these also fictional deities that they're talking about? So who gives a crap?
Oh my God, who the hell cares?
Pointing to the character of Auroran, Rodriguez implored, Aloran is a supreme Yoruba deity. You could find that with a quick Google search even. This is unforgivable. Look at what a sick job Smite did with her, or with their own interpretation. It's not hard. She's like so angry.
Let's just all have a good time.
I mean, if that is accurate, the one on the left of how he's supposed to look and the one on the right is how he looks in the game, yeah, okay. It's a little messed up. Taken aback by this fact, Sino, whoever that is, Sino voice actor Alejandro Saab asserted, quote, I didn't know that's who he's based on. Ah, that's bad. You still got time to fix it.
How about no?
Okay. Zeno Robinson, whose voice brings to life Cethos, claimed that, quote, even if your base audience, the Chinese fans, are asking for better representation or characters with different shades of melanin, who are you making these characters for?
I don't know.
Okay, so it's a Chinese game? I was thinking it was... Okay, well, then maybe I'm the racist here.
That's racist. Damn.
It looks like anime, so when I see anime, I think Japanese, Japan, whatever, but...
You lose!
Albedo's voice actor, Choi Deo, gives a lengthier statement, and in doing so, condemned Mihoyo. I'm not going to read that whole thing. You can see it there. A clearly stated commitment to a global audience. I hope y'all make your voices heard, and I hope they listen. God, you write like a moron.
You're so dumb. You are really dumb. For real.
Speaking more vaguely, somebody else said, it shouldn't be a radical desire to want to see yourself reflected in the media you consume.
False.
That is the height of narcissism, to constantly be like, I can't get into this, or I can't watch this, I don't identify with it because the people aren't the same skin color as me, or the same gender as me. God.
Oh, jeez, that's terrible.
It's not like you can't find that media, but like if something is a good story or a good game, who cares, man? I like Tomb Raider. I can't identify with Lara Croft at all. And like I've been playing Ghost of Tsushima. I can't identify with a Japanese samurai from the feudal Japan era at all. But I love that game. I can't identify with a lot of people that I play games like as the main character. Even if they are white men, I can't identify with that character even slightly. But I still like it. Like, I like a lot of media with people that, even if they look like me, are nothing like me. Because there's more to me than just my skin color and my genitals. But apparently not to these people.
This guy gets it.
See, Raiden Shogun actor Ann Yatko gave a more level-headed plea. Quote, I really hope that a video game company listens to its fan base when valid criticism is made multiple years in a row about the execution of its research and inclusion of elements/aspects of other cultures.
Nope.
This goes on and on and on. Look at all these tweets. Look at it. Genshin Impact 5.0 update and the Nation of Natlin will launch August 28th. I went into this honestly with one like kind of a preconceived notion, because I've seen this kind of stuff before, crying and whining about race swapping and crying and whining about cultural appropriation and that kind of stuff like that. And I went in with a preconceived notion, and I will say a lot of the people arguing for this are kind of douchey. Just the way they talk, the way they act, the way they whine and cry is pretty douchey, and I'm inclined to just give them the middle finger and say, oh, well, the company should just keep on keeping on.
Take a big step back and literally f*** your own face!
But in good conscience, I mean, it does look not great, I'll say. It looks not fantastic for Mihoyo, who makes the game, when they're very clearly taking these established deities, be they, fake or, whatever, these fictional characters, because I complain about that with fictional characters too. When they're one way, I don't want them massively changed to look nothing like what they were ever supposed to look like. You can, especially with these characters, you can take a little bit of artistic license, but especially when it's a clearly black deity with a bald head, he's a little older or whatever, and you completely change him to look like just every anime male protagonist ever.
But why? Why would you do that? Why would you do any of that?
It's a little messed up, I'll say. If you're going to do it right. So I will say, even though the people whining and complaining about it, I'm inclined to just laugh at them and say, go F yourself. Like, who cares? Wah, wah, go cry to your mom.
Where's your mommy?
They do have a bit of a point. Douchey as they may be, they do have a point. And some of them, I will say, it's not all of them. Some of them came very respectfully and were like, hey, this don't look right. Maybe you should change it, whatever. And I get that. I do. I'm a little sympathetic to it. I've complained about this kind of stuff in the past, even, with comics, movie remakes, show and book remakes, that kind of stuff. So I do sympathize and I get it. But, it's just, it's the messenger, I guess, is what it comes down to, is if the messenger was a little less a-hole-ish, then maybe the message would come across a little better. But, maybe that's just me. I don't know.
You're not wrong, Walter. You're just an asshole.
Comment down below with your thoughts. Do you play Genshin Impact? Do you know much about this controversy? Do you care about the controversy? Is it going to get in the way of you getting this update? Are you excited for the new update at all, regardless of any of this? And do you think these people have a point, or do you just not care and it could be whatever you want? I have seen people arguing the other way online. It was like, dude, who cares? It's just whatever. And some people in that region do have a fairly white skin tone in the real region that it's based off of. And I forget off the top of my head what exactly that region is, but, either way, I have seen that argument. But at the end of the day, does it really matter? I don't know. Let me know down in the comment section. Also, please do not forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, click the little bell to be notified every single time we go live. And every single time I post brand new content, you'll get notified for it. I post brand new content multiple times a week. I post shorts every single day. I try to post at least 2 to 3 long-form videos a week. So look out for those. And every time there's big news, I try to cover it in the media or wrestling world. I like to cover that. So thank you all for being here today. The links to the article I covered can be found in the video description. I have been Troy. This has been Marks on Games, and we'll see you next time.